Hello everyone, we've arrived at the end of this few weeks of culinary, and I wanted to make it special, so this week I am making lasagna. Now, my family loves lasagna. We are not Italian by any respect, but we just love lasagna. We've been making it probably since I was 6 years old, was the first time I made it. But this time, I'm gonna actually change what I've been doing. I asked a friend who loves Italian food. She's Italian herself, and she's been to Italy. She's had the authentic version, and she recommended that I change up the recipe and only do meat on like the bottom level. And then she gave me a whole list of stuff that I can add. So we're gonna try this out this week. I will be following a recipe just for like the timing and like a few measurements of the stuff. But besides that, all of it will just be kind of off of the top of my head and just improvising the whole time. So I hope you enjoy, and I really hope this turns out well and you can follow along with me. So let's continue. For the first step, we are going to be dealing with the meat. The meat I am going to be using is Italian sausage. Now, I will not be taking it out of the logs. I'll be keeping it in the skin and grilling it like that, taking it off, taking the extra fat off, and then cutting it up into little circles that you normally get. And then I'm gonna be sauteing that with garlic and a couple seasonings that I'll update you with because it's just like a taste and go trial run. Then after I take that, and that's all cooked all the way through, I'm gonna start on my sauce. That will be for the lasagna. To update you on the progress, here's the meat after I just cooked it. You can see by the coloring that it is not all the way cooked. That's why I have to saute it again with 2 cloves of garlic, and then you have my onion powder, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning here, which I'll be adding in small amounts to see what tastes great. Now you can see I have a lot of meat here. This is 2 pounds, but I use a 11 by 15 pan, so it will fill it up nicely. And I may just do the first, like the bottom layer, and maybe the third layer as well in meat. We'll see how it goes in the end, but just take these, cut them all up, take this, start sauteing, and just add what you'd like. So once you have all your sausages all cut and sauteed together and fully cooked through, you want to move into your sauce. First, with your sauce, you want to take half a cup of onion and 2 garlic cloves, minced or crushed, whichever you like it. And we're just going to cook those down in the oil, and then after that we're just going to move on to our tomatoes. Now that the onions and garlic are cooked down, we can move on to the tomato. So, you'll need a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, 2 6-ounce cans of tomato paste, and 2 15-ounce cans of tomato sauce, along with half a cup of water. Now, I will add this all in and then come back with what to season it with. To start off the seasoning, we're actually going to start with 2 tablespoons of sugar, add that in, and then roughly, I'm going to start with 1 teaspoon of each of these, then 1.5 of this, 1.5 of salt and pepper, and then I have 2 tablespoons of parsley. Now, I'll probably be adding more of these. It's just to my liking and how my family likes our taste, but you can stop at 1 teaspoon if that's what you like. And we're just going to add that, let it simmer for 1.5 hours actually, so cover it with the lid, let it simmer, stirring occasionally, and then come back and your sauce should be all done. With 10 minutes left on your sauce, get a pot of boiling water, add some salt to it, and you'll be adding 12 ounces of lasagna noodles, or just 12 lasagna noodles. Now, it says no boiling required, but honestly, I like to have them a little bit cooked before I put them in. If you don't, just put them straight in, but I like them to have as much space as possible when I put them in the oven. Now it's time to assemble. So now that we have our noodles, our meat, which I flipped over to be flat in the pan, which is 11 by 15, and our sauce all done, we can move on to our ricotta. So you take your ricotta cheese in the tub, which is 15 ounces. Then we're going to take 2 tablespoons of parsley, some salt, and I'm going to fold in some mozzarella cheese into the mixture as well. So for the layering now, I've already put the meat down here so you can see I did that. Then we take our sauce and we're going to cover this entire thing. Take 4 noodles on the bottom, which I'm doing 4, 3.5, and then 3 for presentation. Then on top of the noodles will be our ricotta cheese, and I will sprinkle some Parmesan on top of that, and then more sauce, and then just keep layering until I get to the top. So I'll come back with those results. So 3 things I want to mention. With the ricotta cheese, you have to add an egg, so remember to fold that in. With the oven, I'm heating it at 375, and I'm using convection bake. Now, how long you have to cook it, first off, cover it with a foil the first like 25 minutes, take off the foil, then cook it for another additional 25. And then what you'll have to do is like cool, obviously, because it'll like burn your mouth if you eat it right away. Let it cool, add as much Parmesan cheese as you want. I know I will be loading up, so I will come back with that little update. And we're at the end of the semester and the end of the school year, so I'm really glad I did this lasagna. But here is how it turned out. You can see it's just golden from the cheese being browned on top. But thank you, Mr. Goodrich, for your wonderful teaching for, I guess, the amount we had. But I'm hoping I can get my brother out of Spanish 3 so I can get him with you. And thank you to everyone else who's been watching, all 5 of my friends who have kept up with me and just laughing along with me when I'm making these. So, thank you for the wonderful time. I will not be posting any more videos, thank the Lord. But I hope everyone has a good quarantine and we just get out of this safely. So, bye and thank you for watching.